Angels, angels, angels. We're gonna read and do some angel readings. That doesn't rhyme, but I don't care. Hey, TikTok family, how's everybody doing? Just coming on here to do some angel readings. For those of you just coming on, my name is Julie. I am a psychic medium. I do what I call angel readings, and I absolutely love what I do. Let me do something really quick. I always have my mint gum ahead of time to help me with things. Hey, Mama. Hold on. How you doing, Mama? I love that your name's Mama Cub. Who's on here? Trish. Trishan, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Some of you guys have been asking, like, do I do private readings? I do. I do phone readings and I do Zoom readings. I jokingly say when I start to describe myself and how I do readings, I feel like I'm like Dr. Seuss. I can do them in a car. I can do them very far. Thank you. I think all you guys are amazing. Hey, I haven't seen you forever. Is that BDO Bedoint? I forget. Like, is your name Shelly? I'm trying to remember. Not everybody's name is like. Hey, from the UK, I have friends over there. Shelly, 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 Bo Belly, Fanana, Fana, Fofelli, Shelly. Hey, Trish. How are you, sunshine? Yep, Shelly. Yeah, some of you guys I haven't seen for a while. I'm really trying to go more consistent and be on here around 3:30 Pacific Coast time. Shelly's laughing. You can tell I've had a little bit of caffeine today. You're new here, well, welcome. My name's Julie, for those of you guys just coming on. I'm a psychic medium. I've had this gift since I was little, didn't really know it, used to call it common sense. Thank you, sweetie. She's like, Julie's amazing. I think you guys are amazing. But the first time I knew I was a psychic, the first time I had an experience, I was like 5 or 6 years old, and my grandmother, I saw my grandmother in my room. I went in the living room. I was like, Mom, Grandma's in my room. She's like, no, sweetie, she lives across town. Did you forget? And I was like, I don't know what she's trying to tell me then. Okay. So I go to sleep. The next day, we get a phone call that my grandmother had indeed passed. So my mom, thank goodness, explained to me, like, Grandma was coming to see you before she went home. She's the real deal. Thank you. So yes, I'm doing readings on here today. The way that I do my readings on here is I do them by a $30 donation. This is the last month where they will be $30. Starting November, they're going to go back to $40 for a donation. But if you guys can, I don't know if anybody can comment down below. My Venmo is here, but it's also in my link tree. So how do you donate? And I can probably do 3 or 4 readings today. So when my list is closed, I'll let you guys know, but I will be on here tomorrow too. My Venmo is Julie-DART, and the picture is going to look like that. Some of the people who, you're funny. People are funny on here. I'll just block them. I don't know if I can delete. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyways, so Lisa's already paid. And so, yeah, I don't know if anybody has, and Nicole. So we have Lisa, you're first. Nicole, you are second. Yeah, I saw that, Lisa. I'm so excited. So Lisa's first, Nicole is second. I'm waiting for at least one moderator on here. I might not have them. We'll see how it goes. And some of you are going to start asking questions right in the middle of my reading. Please don't do that. I will, if you've seen me before, I will answer your questions after. I'll stay and do that kindly. But I am doing paid readings today. And I'll also be on here at 3:30 tomorrow. So why don't we start with you two beauties? Everybody else sit crisscross applesauce. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read Lisa first. And when I start to read her, I know somebody's going to say, that's my dad. And that's fine. What happens is once I give somebody a reading, they're going to get multi messages. And I know the reading is for you, but what they're going to do is they're going to make like double messages. So anybody listening to this is kind of comforted at the same time, knowing that their relatives are also using that as a double message to wave. But I know once I'm reading somebody, I'm only reading them. So please don't comment ahead of time. And so Lisa, you paid for a reading, sweetie. I'm ready to do your reading. What I'd like to do is I'm going to focus on your energy. We have a lot of like weird people in here today. All right. So what I like to do, Lisa, is when I have a lot of people and I'm doing readings for them, I like you to say who it is that you want to hear from. I don't need to know their name, sweetie. I just need to know their relationship to you. Does that make sense? And then I did see your payment also, Nicole, and I'll do your reading after. If you're coming in, thank you for being here. Please don't comment. I'm just starting a reading. I can say hi to people later, though, and thank you for being here. Mitzi, I'm actually doing a reading for Lisa. So please don't comment right now. You're welcome to stay and kind of relax and see what kind of messages come through. But Lisa W is the only one who should be commenting right now. Okay, Lisa. Lisa, can I ask you a question about your mom? Do you have a bottle of her perfume or do you smell her? Because when they come through, we will start to see, hear, and feel things. And one of the things is I immediately start to smell. It's like my mom passed and she wore Shiseido, and I'll smell her. So I don't know if you have a bottle of your mom's perfume or if you smell her. Does that make sense? And did your mom have blue eyes, or did she like Frank Sinatra or something? I'll start to see, hear, and feel things that they want me to tell you specifically. And I immediately start hearing like blue eyes. Yes, you smell her, or yes, her eyes are blue. Hold on one second. One of the things before I go any further, I need to let you know that your mom is incredibly proud of you. I don't know if you, yes to that, yes to everything. I don't know if you tend to be hard on yourself, but she's making me feel like so important to know that that's not doing you any good. And I don't know if she feels like the pot calling the kettle black by giving you that advice. If the women in your family are like extremely strong, extremely strong. If you, yes, you smell her. Okay. And yes to the blue eyes or Frank Sinatra. Thank you. So once you give me the feedback, like yes, then that's like a key to open the second door. So thank you for that feedback also. Hold on one second. Lisa. Hold on one second. I feel extremely sick. Was your mom on hospice or was she bedridden before she passed away? My entire body aches. This is usually their sign of like cancer or that they were in like bedridden before they passed away. I feel very sore like all over my body. Please don't comment. I'm giving Lisa a reading, but thank you for being here. No blue eyes, but did she like Frank Sinatra? Because I think they called him Blue Eyes, or he has a song of that. Some things are going to make sense. Some things aren't. The 2% that doesn't make sense, just put to the side. I have this recorded so you can watch it later and kind of, she'll help you confirm things. Yes? Okay. Then that's why she's showing me that. She's like, I'm dating Frank Sinatra over here now, you guys. She's so adorable. Who had the house with all the kids? She was in a bed. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, this is one of the things. I also see kids coming in and out. I don't know if you have a big family, if all the kids in the neighborhood would come, and yes, she liked Frank Sinatra, if all the kids would come over your house, if you have like 22 first cousins, I don't know why. Hi, please don't say hi, even if you want to say hi. I'm in the middle of a reading, but thank you for being here today. I'm doing a reading for Lisa, so you're welcome to sit back and relax. Okay, hold on one second. So I don't know if she's showing me a lot of kids because someone's a teacher, or why I see kids coming in and out, or if at your house you were like a second mom. This is like a vision of somebody being a second mom to other kids. It's like they're welcome over here. I'm feeding a lot of kids. You have the house that all the kids hang out at. Do you know what I mean? That's how my house was. I was close to the school and all the kids. You have a small family. Somebody was good with kids or somebody's a teacher. She's literally showing me them. So it's either like this person is really good with kids and like they either adopted kids, all the kids hung out at their house, or just their small family of friends. Their friends were always over. I keep getting like I'm welcoming kids over. You're a teacher. That's it. Ding, 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 ding. See, I knew. You're like, no, it's a small family. Yes, yes, yes. So thank you for being open. I'm going to go back to your mom keeps saying how incredibly proud she is of you. So I don't know if you ever doubt that. It's like sometimes they tell me when they cross over, they all make it to the other side. Yes, you're a teacher, and thank you for being a teacher, Lisa. When spirits cross over, they all cross over and they make it. We have this divine source that we all come from. We come to the earth plane and then we go back there. So nobody's ever stuck. And when they go back, they kind of do a life review and they look at their life. They're either happy of their life or they're not. And I know your mom wishes she would have told you more about how proud she was of you. So I don't know if she was busy or she couldn't speak at the end. But there's so much gratitude that your mom has for you. And why do I feel like you're unaware of that? So I don't know if she didn't tell you often or towards the end she could not speak. But she's really making me feel now that she's coming through and she has like, she's fond of you. She has admiration for you. And were you the helper of the family? Like you were the helper. Does this make sense? Please don't comment any questions. I'm right in the middle of a reading, but thank you for being here. And is there an Aries? I know someone else is going to comment. Please don't comment. I'm doing this reading. Thank you, Kim. Here's my moderator. I'm doing this reading for Lisa W. She should be the only one commenting. You might find that you're going to be muted by talking. Please don't take that personally. It's just so I can create an environment where I can do these readings. Thank you. Thank you. I've got 2 people here. Because I couldn't speak to her at the end. So yes, this does. Okay? So something happened here and she's showing me anytime, Lisa, that they show me a whiteboard, you're a teacher, so the whiteboard with the markers, and they're showing me that and keeping and going like this. That tells me that they're wiping the slate clean. She's making me feel whatever happened at the end where you couldn't speak to her, you couldn't get there. I can't see what it is, but it's like I feel unfair. So it's unfair that you weren't able to be there because now that she's crossed over, she says, wipe that slate clean and just know that I'm coming through with a lot of fond energy for you. So I don't know if there other people in the family needed more attention and your mom thought you were fine, so she didn't give you as many compliments or something like that. She was non-responsive. Okay. Yes, please no. Yes. And I was just going to say, if you said anything to her, she heard you. So she says, did she hear me? Yes, and she hears you now. I was there, but she was not conscious. Okay. So that's why she's coming through like this, because she's saying that now that she's crossed over, she always knew you were the helper, but now that she's crossed over, she's like, oh my gosh, did she ever help me? And she keeps drawing an A for me. So I don't know if her name starts with an A or someone passed away in August or they're in April, August. But she keeps drawing an A. So an A is either with her or here, and she draws it like this. And please don't comment. You're going to get muted, but don't take it personally because I'm focusing on a reading. But thank you for being here. We really do love it that you're here. And you're only muted for a minute just to let you guys know so I can concentrate on the reading I'm giving. Hold on. There's a reading, April makes sense to you? Is that the day of her, or the month of her passing? What is April to you when she draws it like that? She passed away in April. See how she comes through, and I know that. I'm hearing the Reading Rainbow song. Did you start a reading program with your kids or something? Do you know the Reading Rainbow song? And like it's like birds flying high. I don't know. I think it's the Reading Rainbow song. I don't know it, but I'm hearing part of it. So just so you know, for whatever reason, she's bringing that up. So I don't know if you specialize in kids that have a challenging time reading or why I'm seeing that, but she's showing me the Reading Rainbow song. Welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm right in the middle of a reading and I'm doing one after this. Okay, just put it to the side. If it almost like there's something. Yeah, Silver, you're so funny. Just put it to the side. Later, I promise you it will make sense. There's something about the Reading Rainbows really random. So I don't know if you make videos, if someone always thought that you should make videos like Reading Rainbow, isn't he like recorded or something like that? Reminds me of Romp. Now I'm getting like retro things like Romper, but like the teacher. Yes. Okay. That's okay. I'm going to put it to the side because I start getting dizzy and that's not going to make any sense. Please don't comment. I'm in the middle of a reading. You'll be muted, but just for 1 minute. And thank you for being here. My list is closed today, but I will be on tomorrow around 3:30 or again tonight. And there will be double messages. Please wait for the break to comment, please, so I can focus on Lisa's energy. Thank you. And thank you, moderators, for helping. Okay, come on, Mom. Show me something really big. Show me something really big. Christmas and baking, I love that, but that's like standard. So I'm trying to see if she'll show me something else. Can I ask you, was her mom crossed over? When your mom passed, was her mom crossed over? And do you guys have a Mary or Michael either here or crossed over? Either here and or crossed over. Because she's showing me she passed away and there's a woman who came to meet her and help her cross over. So I know she wasn't alone. She says it's very important to understand that. And I don't know, Lisa, if you have her ring, if you have your mom's ring or jewelry, but I just keep seeing a jewelry box, and that's usually their sign to show me that they have that. That's making sense to you? Yes? Okay. Show me anything else you would want to say. I can't hear what the message was that you gave your mom, but you must have included that I love you very much, and that you want her to go in peace, and it's okay to pass. But I do know that this was a very Mary Ellen. Is that your mom or your grandmother? Because I get Mary. And you do have her jewelry. Okay, see? Yes. You're very special to your mom, sweetheart. I feel like this was the biggest blow for you out of all the people who have passed away. And there's something about, I know this is odd to say, but she says you have her approval in everything you do. So when she crosses over, she becomes a true spirit. Please don't ever think that your mom is disappointed in you or that she's mad at anything. She makes me feel like she's at peace. She loves your husband's aunt. Thank you. So this is the way that she just kind of comes through. She wants you to be kinder to yourself. That's the one thing that she says. She passed right before my mom. Thank you. Thank you. You're very much of a helper. Do you know what I mean? I know you're heartbroken because the way that I give the messages, I can feel that they're not providing as much hope as I would want them to. You're going to get double messages. Please don't comment while I'm doing another reading. I will take a break to answer some questions, but thank you for being here because my heart hurts. Do you know what I mean? But the good news is trying my best to take care of my dad, which is not easy, might I add. She makes me feel like, I don't know if your mom did everything for your dad and he has a specific way of how he wants things to be done, or if he's OCD. I just feel like I like my schedule. I watch my show at 2:00. I eat chicken pot pie on Fridays. Do you know what I mean? It's like very like a regimented schedule, but she's making me feel like he feels like he not only lost his wife, but he feels like he lost his mom. It makes me feel like she did everything. She was such a nurturer that she played both ways with him. Yes, this is making sense. Okay, so she says, just if you can, because you're a teacher, and then your dad's a lot too. Please don't comment. I'm in the middle of a reading. Yes, he has dementia, because I just really feel like OCD, or he likes things in a certain way. And I don't know if he wears plaid, or why I see like a plaid shirt or plaid jacket. It's like flannel or something. But I just keep picturing somebody wearing a flannel shirt. I don't know what she's trying to show me. But she's definitely, yes, she did. Okay. So she's definitely coming through, showing me that she's, yes, you're between a rock and the hard place, because you're grieving your mom while you're taking care of your dad, and you're a teacher. So can I tell you, there's too much energy going out, because there's not enough coffee in the day for somebody who's like mourning somebody that much. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So please, this is like something that you normally flannel. Thank you. This is something you normally don't do for yourself, but please up your self-care. Please, I know it's going to sound basic, but please drink more water. Please get your nails done, get a massage, or at least your feet rubbed or something, because I just feel like this is a typical thing of like, you are, I call light worker, earth angel, where you're very much giving and giving, and then people are taking and taking, because like your mom said from the beginning, you're the helper. But I feel like when we can keep up that going, but then when we have a loss, we're hit really hard, and then we don't know what's wrong with us. She doesn't want you to blame yourself for how you're feeling right now, or if you're like exhausted and now you have to take care of your dad and you're like, this is so hard, if you're having those kind of thoughts. She doesn't want you, she says you have a right to feel that way. It's very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. And she says, guess what, sweetie? You're not Wonder Woman. You are a human being. So allow yourself to go through this and feel, and then also please, please, please up your self-care. I am pulling back a little bit, as these are mini readings. I wish it would have provided you more hope and comfort, but I can feel the heartbreak that you're feeling from your mom. But she heard you and she hears you now. So I always close my readings with saying their bodies have dissipated, but their spirits are very much still alive. I know it's so hard. So hard. So when I lost my mom, I would talk to her every day, and I have a feeling that not only, I know you're feeling so much guilt. I know that's it. From the beginning of the reading, she's like, wipe the slate clean and let that go. Do you know what I mean? You're a helper. You fix things. And when your mom passed away, you couldn't fix this. So you're like, you feel like you did something wrong. Sweetie, you did not do anything wrong. You did not. So just know, get yourself a journal and write to your mom. That really helped me. Give yourself like 30, 40 days to really see a big difference. But get a blank notepad and just be like, Mom, I miss you so much. And Mom, and she watched your kids. Yeah, I see all of that. And she was a beautiful person. You kind of remind me a lot of your mom. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, when they're your best friend and you're that close and things like that, it's only right that you would be mourning her as much. Okay? And moderators, you have the ability to block somebody. If they say anything really weird, you can actually just not mute them. You can block them if you want. Thanks. Okay, so let me go back and see. So I am pulling back a little bit, but keep talking to her. And then I'm going to record this. It gives me 24 hours to download this. She was the best ever. That's why I kept feeling like this was even a harder blow, because she was so amazing. Do you know what I mean? And she jokingly says, she's like, well, I could have been a pain in the butt so that you would be glad that I passed away, like some people are, but it's like you still miss her. So I understand that. And sometimes a reading just isn't enough when we're really missing somebody that much. So do yourself a favor. Thanks, Kim. and get yourself a notepad and actually like write to her. I promise you, I was the same with my mom. And after 30 or 40 days, you really do feel a difference. So I hope this reading brought you some peace today, sweetie. So your mom's amazing. So just know she is showing you signs. When we miss people the most and we're in heartbreak from them passing away, we feel like we can't see signs. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is she with my grandmother? Yes. I was asking you if there's a grandmother figure that had crossed over because she was there to help her cross over. That's what she showed me. So I know she didn't pass away alone. And then Mary Ellen was like, I'm over here too. So that's just their way of confirming that, okay? Go on a vacation. I feel like let's send Lisa, you need to go to a beach house for the weekend or a beach resort and get like room service and just sit and relax and get a massage. This has been like, life has been too much. How do you get a reading? I am doing readings again tomorrow around 3:30 Pacific Coast time. Spaces fill up so fast, so you might want to sign up ahead of time. But I am going to be doing, you're welcome, Sunshine, you're welcome, Lisa. I am going to be doing a reading next for Nicole, but before I do that, let me come in here and say, some of you guys are asking me questions. I do private readings. How do I get a reading? This is a question over and over again. I love that, Lisa. Oh, your mom would be joining you. So some of you are saying that you want a reading right now. These are days where I'm coming on just doing paid readings. Hi from Sweden. And I would love to give all of you a reading. I do private readings too. You can double click on that and you'll see my website where you can schedule a reading. I do phone readings, I do Zoom readings and other kinds of readings. Just scroll on my website and you'll be able to see. I'm doing one more reading for Nicole and I will be on here tomorrow and around 3:30 Pacific Coast time. And if you want to sign up ahead of time, you can pay $30 via Venmo. You can go, it's Julie-Dart is my Venmo, and you can double click on here and you can see my Venmo. I see Nikki, hold on one second. But I'm gonna take a drink of some water and some tea and take a little breather. And then once I come back from relaxing, you will see that my moderators are handling everything for me today. They sure are amazing. And if you're not following them, please do, as they are very kind-hearted people and they really hold space for us to be able to do this. So I'm wanting to show you guys that I really appreciate that. I couldn't do this without you, so thank you for being here. And thank you for watching from Chicago. Hi. I do have great mods, Shelly, thank you. And I have really good followers. You guys are all so kind. I really do just feel gratitude for TikTok and us all being together, because I feel like this is a time where a lot of people are feeling isolated and lonely. So I'm glad we can all be on here together. So thank you. So Nikki, I am ready for you once I start this reading. Hi from New York. Hi Vicky. Once I start this reading for Nicole, nobody else should talk. I'll try to say hi to you at the end and answer any questions you have. In the meantime, my mods are on here. Hi from Orlando, and they will be talking, okay? So what I'd like to do, hi, it's your first time here. So Nicole, once I start saying, Nicole, I'm ready for your reading, my mods will block anybody that's talking. It's not to, do anything except to let me focus on the person who paid for her reading. So thank you all for being here. Shh, sit crisscross applesauce and just sit back and relax. There are going to be double messages. That's Spirit's way of letting you know your relatives are taking a chance to say hi too. But this reading is only for Nicole, so she should be the only one commenting. Thank you. So Nicole, can you do me a favor? One, thank you for allowing me to do this for you. And two, can you let me know who you want to hear from today? I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they were in relationship to you, sweetie. Nicole. Nikki, Nicole. She's like, I had to go take a work call. Nikki, your grandma. Okay. So this reading is for Nicole. She wants to hear from her grandmother. If you're saying hi and you're muted, please don't take that personally. I'm focusing on Nikki's energy and I'm in the middle of a reading. But thank you. So Nicole, you want to hear from your grandmother. Is she your dad's mom, or is your dad here too? I know you're asking about your grandma, but immediately I hear dad like that. So I don't know if you're daddy's girl or if this grandma that you want to hear, yeah, that's your dad's mom. Okay, that's why. Nikki, can I ask you something? And this is a compliment. Are you one tough cookie? She's my dad's mom, and I am daddy's girl. Okay, this is just grandma's way of coming through. She just fights. I just keep getting somebody who, and I don't know if you are, okay? Because I mean that with as a compliment. We need strong women. You know what I mean? We need all kinds of women. And I just really get, whenever they show me this, it means like somebody can bring it. Like if I'm somewhere and we're having dinner and some guy comes up and he's like all drunk leaning on me. And I don't know if you're small, but I'm 5'7", like you're tinier than me. You're going to come up in that person's face and be like, get out of here. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're just really tough. Does that make sense? She shows me that. And she says that one of your passions is like sticking up for like the underdogs. You are like a voice for the voiceless. She goes, yes, ha ha ha. So you are like a voice for the voiceless, like anybody who's being mistreated, even if it doesn't affect you, hold on, your grandma's telling me so many things. You will stand up for that person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Other people are like, well, that doesn't concern us. Let's go. You're like, you turn the car around. We're going. Does that make sense to you when I say that? So I get a lot of like what I call like admiration from your grandmother to you. Were you the closest to your grandmother, or were you her favorite? I am huge on that. I will say it and I will go to bat for it. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Have you ever seen the movie Megan Levy? She was a Marine and she had the German Shepherd for the bomb squad dogs. I don't know why I see that. So you were the closest, yes, and we were so special. I see that. Yeah. You'll probably be muted if you're talking. I'm trying to look away when other people comment so I can focus on Nikki's reading. Nikki should be the only one talking. That's why you're getting muted, but thank you for being here. But your grandmother's a force to reckon with too. You guys, this is funny because it's not your mom I'm reading, it's your grandmother, right? But there's something about you guys where I would say like kindred spirit. You kind of feel like your grandmother to me. Did people ever tell you that? I haven't seen it, but I am a first responder, so that makes sense. Yeah, because I'm getting that kind of feeling. See it, Megan Levy. I have a feeling there's going to be like, you're going to like, yep, that's me. She was my mom practically. She raised me. Yep. I was wondering why I feel like an unusual amount of closeness for a grandmother and a granddaughter. And not only that, but you're a lot like her. So I feel like you're a mini me of her. That's how she feels, and she feels like that's a huge compliment. And she's saying that you guys are devastated with her passing because she was a force to reckon with, but you're doing your best to keep going forward because you know she would want you to, but it doesn't mean that there's not days where it's just really painful. And I feel like on birthdays, see, she's making me cry, like when it hits me, like, oh, she would have been 94 today. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know if November is specific, if that's somebody's birthday or someone passed in November, but for some reason I keep seeing 11, which is like the 11th month or the day 11. She's showing me like that. Does that make any sense to you when I say that to you? And she shows me 3, so I don't know if there are 3 kids in the family or there's also something about being the third. I can't imagine March 11 is her birthday. Okay, thank you. I'm high-fiving her. So I love that. And she had 3 kids. Okay, see, she's on a roll. This is perfect. This is perfect. And she also makes me feel like, I don't know if she passed away fast, but she's showing me an analogy of my mom. And whenever they do that, it's like my mom did things fast and she never wanted to be a burden to anybody. So even when she was sick, she didn't really didn't like people waiting on her. And for your grandmother, I'm wondering, because of what I'm seeing with the analogy with my mom, did your grandmother pass unusually fast? Because like my mom was diagnosed and then she went. Do you know what I mean? And I'm getting boom, boom. I keep getting that because I know that your grandmother loved being a helper and she was a fighter. I can see that. But she did not like it when people were, yes, it was slow and then fast all at once. She refused help. Yes, she was independent. Thank you. And it was unexpected, but yes, it was expected, but it happened fast. That's what I'm seeing like that. So she didn't accept help. She refused help. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. My mom too. She was like more of a giver and would never want to be a burden and would not want to have lived that way. So if you guys ever say, oh my gosh, I wish she would have got help because she would be here longer, she wouldn't have liked that. Do you know what I mean? If she couldn't have all of her parts moving as fast as she always wanted to, I just feel like it would have made her depressed and she would have passed not being the person that she was, the likable person that she was. That's how she puts it to me. Does that make sense to you? Can I ask you, there's also a picture of there's a movie where the crawdads sing and she's showing me like the little girl looking at the mom's dress. This does make sense. Do you have your grandmother's clothes or something? Do you still have like some of her clothes? Because she's showing me the little girl touching the dress and I'm trying to understand what analogy that would mean if you like have some of her clothes or something. I love it when people take when their I don't love it when people's loved ones pass away, but I do like it when they take their clothes because it brings them comfort. I actually hold on, to it on dark days and snuggle with it. I know that sounds weird. It does not sound weird. I did that when it's a sweater. How would I know that? See? Telling you. And I feel like I don't want to wash it. Reminds me of like a little kid's toy where somebody's like, you should probably wash that by now. You're like, no, I want it to have her smell. But like I keep it, and do you actually keep it in a Ziploc bag or something? Because I feel like preserving the smell of it. Does that make sense to you when I say that? It's on my nightstand, ready for whenever. Okay, that's it. That's it. And it's a sweater. Yeah. That's her way of showing it to me. Okay. Thank you. She's coming through so clear. And one of the things that I know is very hard is like when someone crosses over and we miss them so much, we don't know what to do. So hopefully this advice will help you and maybe anybody else listening as well. Thanks, moderators. On the anniversary of my mom's passing and my nephew's passing especially, or their birthdays, the days where we miss them the most, they were both really big givers. So it's always fun to do a pay it forward. So my mom fed everybody, right? That was her thing. She passed away on August 8th, 808. And I don't do this all the time because sometimes I'm too sad to, but when I can, I go and I just get like a pizza from the best pizza place in town and I randomly give it to a person. And because of COVID, I didn't do that, but I did it, like pay it forward at Dutch Brothers and in my mom's name. And I did it at Dutch Brothers and I just gave him $20 for the drinks behind me and told them it's the anniversary of my mom's passing and I'm doing a pay it forward to spread cheer today because my mom was a very giving person. And I forgot about it kind of. And then I went back to Dutch Brothers 3 days later and they said, hey, you know the pay it forward thing that you did at 11 o'clock in the morning? And I said, yeah. And she said, this is unheard of, but that lasted all day. And I was like, you're kidding me. And she goes, no, It lasted all day. Ah, that is amazing, Julie. Love it. So when you're missing somebody, thanks, Lana. Even though you're commenting something nice, you might get muted because I'm in the middle of a reading, but thank you for being here. So she's making me feel like she was a very giving person, and she is, hold on, she's very protective over you. And she's saying that could be a way that you guys honor her on those days, so you're not missing her as much. And I don't know if something was on Valentine's Day or why I'm seeing a long-stemmed rose, but I see that. Okay, so let me just put it to the side. She's very protective over you. So I don't know if you're settling in your relationship or what, or if this is past, present. I cannot tell. But she does not want you to chase anybody, and she wants to make sure that they are stepping up for you in your relationships. Does that make sense to you when I say that? She knows you don't need it, but she sure would like it for you. Does that make sense? I always buy her flowers every Valentine's Day because she was my first love, and I save them for her. How would I know that? So she shows me a long stem rose, and she brings up Valentine's Day, and I buy her flowers on Valentine's Day because she was my first love. How would I know that? It doesn't make any sense to me. At the same time, please let me tell you, I'll piggyback on that message, is she's very protective over you. She makes me feel. So I hope that makes sense to you. I'm not in a relationship yet. I think she's just worried, that you may pick somebody who's not going to be good enough for you. Hold on one second. There's a movie. I know I'm telling you all these movies. I don't know if you're a moviegoer or she was. Sometimes they'll tell me songs and sometimes they'll tell me movies, but I sure see a lot of movies around you. So hold on one second, please. There's this movie, and it's with Reese Witherspoon and Paul Rudd. Reese Witherspoon and Paul Rudd. And I can't remember the name of it. You hate movies, but she loved movies. Yes. Well, I'll just tell you the scene that she's showing me because I don't know the name of the movie. But there's this part in there where this guy is saying, like, I just didn't want you to be in a relationship where someone made you feel like you were a lot of work or that you were weird in any way. And she's making me feel like that's her wish for you. She doesn't want anybody to make you feel like, well, that's a lot of work and why aren't you paying attention to me? Because she says you are a helper, so she can see you kind of falling into that. But at the end of the day, she knows that you're smarter than that and you won't. But just so you know, it's kind of like her blessing or her wish for you. And she really wants kind of somebody, I don't think it's called Overnight Delivery. It's Reese Witherspoon and Paul Rudd. It's like something else. And Owen, whatever his name is in it. How do you know? That's it. How do you know? That's it, Nicole. And hey, Jenny. How do you know? That's it. Yeah. That's what she's showing me. But let me ask her if there's any signs that she shows. I will not, but look it up. Yeah, there's a scene in there. And I don't know if she really loved dragonflies or why I see that. That's a sign to me from my mom. But when they show me an analogy, just be unaware that they can show you signs anytime, anywhere. We just always don't know that. So we're like, they're not showing me signs. But then when I'm around people, I'm like, that's a sign, that's a sign. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't know if there's a Lucy or L here or cross, but I just keep hearing an L too. So like Lucy, Lewis, Leanne, there's like an L. And they can be like bringing in people, and they can also be talking about people who, they can also be talking about pets. But I'm literally seeing an L like that. So just so you know, she's talking about that. Can be here and or crossed over. It is I Love Lucy. She would watch that all the time. Like she's literally like, Lucy. How fun is this? That she's showing you specific signs. She would, see? That's her. So she's got your back, and I'm going to start crying when I give you this message, but I need to tell you this. You're not an average person, so stop trying to live an average life. So if there's more to your life purpose than what you see in front of you. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you're going to write a book, screenplay for a movie. Like, I have no idea. If you're going to start a foundation to give to people in need, I do not know. But I can tell you, when I see somebody like you, I see a lot of angels around you. We always have, our guardian angels, but you have a lot of angels around you, which tells me that you always do the right thing when the wrong thing is occurring. And there's something about you that's very, very special. I'm telling you, you're not average, she says, so stop trying to live an average life. People are drawn to you. You have a light that many people can't even touch. So one, she doesn't want you to settle. Two, I know that you're going to do something great with this. I just don't know what it is. So if you ever get an idea to invent something, to start a foundation, to write a book, just go the distance and do it, because I just keep seeing that. Does that make sense to you when I say that? So if you're like, I do feel special, but I don't know what it is, you're not being conceited. That's your spirit talking to you and letting you know that there's something here on this planet. I will, thank you, it makes sense. Because she's saying you just came here to put your name on something, okay? So I am pulling back. Please know this is her way of coming through. I'm so glad. She's so shiny and happy. I can't even tell you. She's very much at peace now, and she's just trying to help you guys learn how to kind of not survive without her. How to keep going, knowing that she's here now. She's not gone. She's just transitioned into another form, like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. It doesn't mean the caterpillar's gone, just means its form has changed. Okay? So I hope this brings you some comfort today. Thank you so much. Yes, I really think something bigger brought us here tonight. I think so too. I really needed this more than I can articulate. Yes. For me to get emotional like this, I know they're coming through. It's like their message. So thank you. I am done with my readings today, you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. I will take now time to answer some questions. I will be doing some readings tomorrow here around 3:30 Pacific Coast time. They're $30 donations. The readings fill up really fast. And Dika says, how do I get a TikTok reading? I'm from New Zealand. Hi, Sunshine. I have PayPal and I have Zoom. I have Venmo, and you can do thank you, Sunset Moon. Great message, Sherry says. And for all, do you know any? Sorry I had to come on. I didn't realize you were in a reading. No worries at all, Lana. Thank you guys for being here. How can I get a copy of this reading? Where does it get uploaded? See, well, you can go to my website, which is peace-serenity, peace-serenity, or go on here and double click. Go all the way down and then just look for my website. Sorry, I didn't mean to comment during the reading. I saw that you were crying. No worries. Thank you for being here. Mama Pod, you are beautiful and love your spirit. Oh, thank you. Does my mom leave signs for me? She does. Shannon, everybody leaves signs. And by the way, if you guys are interested in knowing more of how this works, I am a teacher by nature. So I know I can't answer everybody's question, but I did collectively take questions from people and create this book, I Am Home. Yes, my spots are filled today, but I will be on 3:30 tomorrow if you want to sign up ahead of time. So this is on Amazon. A lot of you are having questions that are in here. It's a quick read. It's called I Am Home, and it is on Amazon. And my spots are filled today. Thank you, Sunny. No worries. And how do I sign up for a reading? You can sign up ahead of time. I'm going live at 3:30 tomorrow Pacific Coast time by going to my Venmo. You double click here and just make a $30 donation. I'll send you a message just to confirm when I'm going on. And you guys, if you're interested, November 4th, is it 4th? Yes, November 4th, I am doing a Zoom class. Some of you guys are asking, hey, from California, Everybody's son is okay. Everybody who crosses over, who has passed, is where I call home and the loving divine energy, and no one is stuck, and they're all at peace. And now they're just trying to help us to be at peace as well. And at the end of the day, we're all just walking each other home, aren't we? We all are. Happy Tuesday to you. So I am doing a Zoom event on November 4th. It's $75 per person, but if you sign up ahead of time, it's only $65. And that information is also on my, I'll post videos on it and say, comment here if you want to come. My Zoom class I keep very small. It's very similar to what I'm doing now, except it's on Zoom. So everybody will, all attendees will get a mini reading. I usually don't do more than 10 people, and it's about 2 hours long. I think it's starting at 1:30 Pacific Coast time. So if you're interested in the Zoom reading, go to one of my videos where I announce that I'm doing one and comment, and I'll send you the information, okay? In the meantime, I will be coming back over here on 3:30 Pacific Coast time tomorrow to do readings by a $30 donation. Just a reminder, this is my last month where the readings are only $30. I've been running that special for quite a long time, and they're going to be going back to $40 for a donation on here for mediumship readings, okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Remember, you don't need a medium to talk to your loved one. You basically just say, I don't know how this works and I need a sign, and then be open to the signs that are coming. They're always around you trying to help you, and you carry them within your heart, like E.E. Cummings says. You're interested, please. Yes, please comment on the previous videos I've made. Again, in closing, this is my only account. I will never reach out to you from another account. Moderators, thank you so much. Jenny, Silver, and Kim, you guys are amazing. Kim, I can't wait to see you when you come in December. I'm going to meet one of my moderators because she's coming to Oregon to visit her daughters. And Jay, thank you for being here. And Nikki and Lisa, thank you for allowing me to give you this readings today. Okay? I'm excited too. Good night, you guys. See you tomorrow, 3:30 Pacific Coast time. Bye now.